Facebook is such a toxic platform now. I don't know if you guys have been on Facebook recently. It is an absolute war zone. It's hell. It's hell on earth. It's the fucking World War I trenches where everyone has one shot and then they have to reload, and while they're reloading, the enemy shoots them in the fucking leg, and then they reload, and while they're reloading, you shoot them, but the shot went wide, you shot them in the shoulder. Everyone is just permanently wounding each other, taking it in turns to fucking maim each other. It is hell on earth, Facebook. It's actually really interesting. Like, as a content creator, I've been experimenting with what works on Facebook, because Facebook for a while was fucking dead. Like in 2012 when I started, Facebook was TikTok in the sense that if you posted something good, it would make your career. I mean, Facebook's why I'm here, ultimately. Like, I started on Facebook and now I'm here. It's kind of fucking dead, but it is what got me here. You know, you make fun of Vine kids. I'm a Facebook kid, so I'm even worse, right? So then Facebook changed because they wanted money. And then everything on Facebook kind of died, and that's when I shifted over to YouTube, which is my favorite platform. I really, really like YouTube, despite all of its numerous flaws. I really do like it. So I've kind of pivoted over there while Facebook's dead, and Facebook was at a point where, you know, I got 120,000 or so followers on Facebook. For a while, no matter what I posted, even if it would bang on all of the other platforms, it would get like 10 likes, and I go, oh, obviously they want you to pay for reach. And then I think they kind of worked out that shit wasn't really working, because what that meant was you guys didn't see any of the posts from anyone that you followed, so you guys just fucking left. You were like, this platform sucks, I don't see my friends, I don't see the pages I follow, all I see are ads, I'm out, right? And then that started the mass deactivating of all of the young kids. All of the millennials like started to leave Facebook, and then the Gen Z Zoomers skipped it and went straight to TikTok and started cyberbullying each other and canceling friendly Geordies. Like, that's how it fucking went. And now what's happened with it, it's really interesting. My posts have started to go really well on Facebook. I started experimenting. I was like, okay, I have this huge audience. I should do something with it, especially because it's so good for fucking getting people to shows, right? So I just started experimenting. I posted a few videos. It seems like videos kind of only very, very rarely work. So I was like, okay, that's kind of out. I started posting some podcast clips that didn't really work. And then I started posting like screenshots of tweets, and that started to work. I was like, okay, cool. Photos seem to work. And then I thought, well, what about just writing jokes on Facebook? And I started testing them, and they started going really well, probably because it's native to Facebook. I'm like, okay, well, that's good. That works. What I'll do is I'll take my best tweet of the day and I'll just put it on Facebook, and then I'll screenshot it and I'll put that on Instagram. And I started noticing something. Like, I put out something about my shirts, and then some guy made fun of it, who was a fan, by the way, and keep in mind, he took the joke very well, messaged me, said it was funny and an honor, right? So I ripped this guy. He said, I said, assert your dominance, alpha energy, blah, blah, blah. And he wrote, I don't think it's possible for you to assert anything until your hair is back to normal. And then I said, big talk from a man with the most abnormal smile on planet Earth. Might want to sue Joaquin Phoenix, bro. He stole your look for the Joker. Pretty funny. I think that's a funny thing. He had a bit of a fucked smile. I'm sure that's not what he looks like in real life. I just chose the terrible photo of him and posted it next to the joke. A good back and forth. Bear in mind, he started it and he's a fan. One for me, one for him. We're all even, okay? And then I put that screenshot on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, and it went really well on Twitter and Instagram. It even made it to the front page of Reddit. So it's not my best, but it's definitely fucking funny, okay? Tens of thousands of people thought it was funny. It's definitely funny. But Facebook, even though the post likes and shares were real high, the comments were horrific, terrible, so angry, so mad. And I noticed that I think Facebook is showing my post to people that would hate it. Like, that's the algorithm. Like, you notice, like, all I see on Facebook is people fighting in comment sections. And I think that the fucking algorithm shows posts to people that would hate it so much that they have to comment and fight. And I was like, that's fucking weird, because I had never got this amount of negative feedback. I knew it was funny, but it was full of all of these names that I'd never seen before, all of these boomers, all of these people that didn't seem to be the type of person to like anything that I do, full of the comment section. But the post had a lot of likes and shares. I'm like, that's strange. If it was a bad post, it would have no likes and the comments would be like, this is shit, and it wouldn't travel. But this has both. So Facebook is like showing my post to people who would like it, and then showing like 20% of the people who see the post, 20% of that audience is people who would fucking hate it. And then Facebook is just setting up bum fights. That's the fucking app. It shows 80% of the people something they would like and 20% people something they would fucking hate. And then it makes them fight, and they spend all day ripping each other's throats out and looking at ads for Fashion Nova. That's the fucking app. That's why the country's exploding right now. That's why the world's going to end, because Facebook is just making each other fight. I mean, that's my roots. Fighting on Facebook is how I started, but fucking hell, this shit's grim. I don't know about this. I don't think it's good. So I noticed that and I was like, oh, well, maybe, I didn't think it was my best. So I was like, oh, well, maybe it was just like a weird post. So then I just started chucking up shit every day. I was like, I said, when I dye my hair blue, people were worried I would turn into a fragile dork who can't take a joke. Just check the comments of my last post. It looks like that happened to some of you guys. And then, same thing. Heaps of likes, a few shares, a bunch of real positive comments, but crazy negative feedback too on only Facebook. None of the other places I posted it. And then I was like, well, fuck it. If this is the algorithm, I might as well stir some shit up, right? So I put out this. It was International Men's Day. And I'll explain my shit. This is the one that got the most negative feedback, but also by far way more and the most positive feedback. So this was a good traveling post on Twitter, Insta, TikTok, everywhere that I posted it, overwhelmingly positive feedback. Put it on Facebook, it gets more likes and shares than all of the other platforms, but the comment section was fucked. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know the type of people are there, but the algorithm is definitely showing you shit to make you mad. For sure. I started scrolling through Facebook. I started noticing it. Every post I saw made me mad and made me want to go, this is fucking shithouse. And it was anything from politics to entertainment to fashion. Everything I saw made me mad. It's like fucking opposite Instagram. I open Instagram and for the most part, it's not in chronological order, but everything I see, I follow or I'm interested in. So I'm like, oh yeah, a fucking toy, a fucking Oz rapper, a little bit of fashion, some shoes, comedians. It's like everything that I like is there. On Facebook, it's the opposite. It's fucking weird because Facebook owns Instagram. So what I saw was this is the inspiration behind this post. I opened up Instagram on International Men's Day, right? Now, International Men's Day is to raise awareness about men's issues, mental health, some prostate cancer too, but it's mostly mental health because obviously men's suicide rates are so much higher than anybody else's. So that is obviously a thing that we need to talk about, and men just don't really talk. So we do need a fucking day, it's one of those days where it's like, yeah, if we didn't have a day, we would never talk about it, would we? I think it's a very, very important thing. And it's great. And I've said this many, many times, and I am a big, believer in, hey, dudes, if you're struggling, talk to someone, reach out to fucking, charities that help with suicide stuff, especially ones that focus on men, women, if you're a woman, so on and so forth. I don't really need to say it. I've said it a million times before. But I open up Instagram, and the first thing I see in the morning is like 5 different chicks on Instagram stories. There's like models, fucking SJW types, chicks that you follow for their posts, not their opinions, right? That type of person. But unfortunately, you seem to get more opinion than titty. Whatever, okay? And they're just trashing men on International Men's Day. And and just minimizing men's issues and all that kind of stuff. So, which, you know, I'm fine with if you're doing it in a funny way, but it was like serious, like, I hate my dad, therefore men suck ways, right? It's like, cool, okay, that's one dude, he was shit, that's not on us. And that doesn't mean fucking old mate who wants to kill himself shouldn't have a conversation with a close friend, okay? That's what the day's about. I'm not, you know, opposed to people making fun of anything, but this wasn't that. It was just, you know, attacking men and making fun of men for needing help. Basically, I saw like 5 different chicks do that and it pissed me off. So I expressed that frustration through humor and I decided to call out that specific type of woman, the type of woman who sees men struggling and goes, oh, but they're fucking privileged, but they're bad, so their issues don't exist. That type of cunt, right? And I wrote this. Scrolling through Instagram stories on International Men's Day really reveals how many women with front fringes are happy to see men struggle. Relax, we get one day to talk about men's mental health. You still have the other 364 for your self-diagnosis. Now, that's funny, and I'm going to tell you why. That's funny because it's trashing the type of woman. Notice, I didn't say women. I said the type of woman, you know, reveals how many women with front fringes are happy to see. That's what the fucking joke is about. I point out a specific type of woman doing a specific action. Not all bitches, but it had women in there, so apparently I fucking hate you, okay? Whatever, okay? Very specific type of person. That's who the joke is about. And it's funny because it's true, because every fucking International Men's Day you see chicks trashing men. And yes, it happens the other way, but I'm not talking about that, am I? So suck me from the back. I'm so triggered. And the post goes nuts from mostly dudes because it's, you know, hard enough for men to fucking talk to each other about our feelings. It makes it infinitely more difficult when we are ridiculed for doing so because that is why we do not do it. So the idea of men being made fun of for deciding to ask for help on the day where you should ask for help is even worse than just making fun of dudes who need help generally, right? That's the joke, is like, why would you do that? That is bad. And the comment section is full of cunts that are so fucking angry, and mostly women, thinking that I'm writing about all women. And it's like, dude, I love chicks. I love my mum. I got a girlfriend. I've had her for years. I've had her for years. It sounds like I keep her in a kennel. I do. And it's spacious and it's outside and she has her own water bowl. It's nice. I treat her properly, right? That's my mum, not my girlfriend. Girlfriend's an inside girlfriend. She's got something in the lounge, like a little bed. It's soft. It's great. She loves it. And, you know, I walk her. It's this isn't helping my case. So what? Look, I don't have to fucking justify myself because let's be real. None of these cunts are listening to this. This is only on Facebook. So Facebook takes this joke, sends it to people who like the type of shit that I do. It goes nuts. And then Facebook goes, oh, we're onto a winner here. Lots of people aggressively like this. What we need is about 20% of people to fucking hate it. And they are the loudest, of course. 1,500 likes, 109 shares. A very good post on Facebook. It's objectively good. And by the way, this didn't happen on Instagram, Twitter. It goes great on Twitter, TikTok, Insta. There was like maybe 1 or 2 negative comments on all of the other fucking platforms combined. They went really well everywhere. But on Facebook, for some reason, the algorithm just shows your shit to people that would fucking hate it. It's crazy, right? So the comment section becomes a war zone. All of these women come in. Some woman was like, oh my God, I can't believe that you would say that all women with mental illness are making it up. Read it slowly, you fucking moron. Here, I've got a diagnosis for you. Slow brain. You're an idiot. If you took that from if you inferred that from my post, me making fun of bitches who ridicule men for needing help when they're suicidal, me making fun of that horrific type of person to mean that all women who have depression are just making it up and need to come like a fucking doctor in the 1930s going, oh, yeah, she's anxious. She just needs to fucking come, try out this vibrator. You're insane. You are insane. And you know what? Now that I've said that, I guess you're not self-diagnosed. So you've won the argument. Clearly, you're not self-diagnosed because I'm diagnosing you as with dumb contitis. And you know what? It seems contagious because the fucking comment section was full of these types of cunts.